Okay. Now listen, when I was a kid, by our house, we had train tracks. So we lived in a court, and across the court, there was a creek, and across the creek was train tracks. And so when we were trying to be, be explorers as children, all of us have done that before. When we go explore outside and we go new places and stuff, we would crawl through the opening of the fence. And in order to get over the train tracks, we had to cross the creek. And there was no bridges that were built. So what happened is people over time took logs and took 2x4s and just created a path where you could cross over from the ground over the water to the other side. And I remember distinctly there was one where it was unsafe. Like if you weighed too much or moved wrong, you were in that water and the stream was moving. So if you didn't have strength or know how to swim, that could have been catastrophic. And so as kids, me and the guys, we would do that. And if a person was scared, they're like, "Oh, see, you scared. See, you acting like you scared. You acting like a girl. I know you ain't scared." And we would use that as a tactic to get them to just do something that is dangerous. Now, the person who is afraid has a legitimate reason to be afraid. You're asking them to cross something that if they make the wrong move, the chances of them falling in and experiencing catastrophic damage is elevated. So us trying to guilt them, it doesn't invalidate the fact that there is a legitimate concern here. Just like it is with that makeshift bridge over a creek that could be potentially dangerous if you make the wrong move, is the same thing in relationships. You calling somebody scared, and they're not scared, they are just aware of the danger of pretending like there is not a problem with what you're asking them to do. There's a problem with the bridge. There's a problem with this. There's a problem with this conversation. There's a problem. You're trying to guilt me and make me feel bad about being aware that this is not safe, what we're doing. This conversation is not safe. You're saying you always walking out. I walk out so that I don't disrespect you. Like you're saying you always walking out. Well, let's answer this question. In my walking out, would you rather me walk out so that I don't disrespect you, or listen to you scream at me until I retaliate, and then you're going to be upset and focus more on my reaction in response to what you said, and you're never going to give credence to the fact that you kept pushing my buttons with disrespect, and when I finally blew up, you're going to focus on the blow up and not the person who lit the match and caused the explosion. So whether they walk out or they stick in, you're going to have a problem. Why? It is because you're an unsafe bridge. Guys, I'm giving us game tonight. I'm giving us game tonight. This is the stuff we talk about in my coaching. I'm talking about people who've been married for 20 years and, people who are in their 60s and 50s. This is stuff that you know on a cognitive, on an emotional level, but put it together in words, it gives you a vivid picture of what's really going on here. And so everybody who's on here, I want you to ask yourself this question: are you an unsafe bridge? Are you unsafe? And you don't even know you're unsafe because you're willing to risk hurting the relationship. Like think about the kids who are willing to just without consideration of their life, just willing to cross the creek, right? Just hopefully nothing goes wrong, right? Because they don't have an awareness of the dangers that they're in. Are you making a person, you're penalizing them by calling them names and making them feel weak because they are more cautious about something that you need to be cautious about as well? Are you the unsafe bridge?